We are live in Empower You Energy Healing Facebook group. Just like that, as if by magic, you just wave a wand, and here we are.
Hello.
Speaking of wands, my guest has a wand today. I'm delighted to welcome her back. She's somebody who has become something of a resident guest. My previous resident guest was Barefoot Doctor. So it appears we have a new resident guest because she's been a regular on the show this past year. She's enjoyed a TV personality status, having secured a runner-up in the Miss Singapore Beauty Contest. Her achievements also include a radio show host known as the Happy Guru. She's a dancer, an actress. However, she's here today as a gifted and successful energy healer. It's my delight to give a warm welcome to Dianna, everybody. Woo!
Woohoo. Hello.
I know we were talking just before we went live, and you suggested having a guided meditation for everyone. So I think we'll just give it a minute or two to hopefully more people will join us. And but you get from the beginning. So
So that I can see the comments.
Yeah. So I want to ask you before we get going, did you watch V for Vendetta? Did you watch that movie yet?
Yes, I did.
What was your key takeaway from that movie?
Oh, my theme for the past few months has been courage, And I also watched Rose Ike's 3-hour-long interview. And the ending was so powerful. It's like, open your heart and do what is right. And I love how he is so true to his goal or his mission and just not to be affected by anyone. As in, he's been ridiculed like many years ago, so he's like used to it. And he's saying that the truth resonates. And prior to watching that, I had changed my Facebook picture on Zoom to truth. May the truth prevail. May the truth be revealed. Quicker, please. Back to V for Vendetta, when you asked, your question was, what did I get from it? Is that?
What was your key takeaway? For me, there was one, it was a powerful movie, but for me, there was something really critical and crucial. It doesn't mean to say you got the same key point from it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just curious as to if you picked one key takeaway from it, what would it be?
Courage to do the right thing. Overcoming the fear of punishment and consequences. It's back to what Ike was saying about how we perceive the threat and we perceive the, it's just perception, right? Like news is not in our country oftentimes, and the news really affect us, right? And it's somebody putting the news out there to put us in a certain state. So we've got to be neutral, we've got to be calm, we've got to verify. And sometimes I think of the people who, when you're on holiday and you completely stop watching the news. Those days are the best. And then you're so occupied, like going sightseeing, just enjoying the simplicity of life, being with the people that you're traveling with, and just, enjoying new food, new sights. Yeah. So one of the things that we need strengthening is to the news. And I'm curious to know what is your message from V for Vendetta. For me, it was courage to do the right thing. And love. The love was so beautiful in the film. Like, love gives you meaning, gives you strength. Yeah.
For me, bear in mind, I haven't seen that movie since 2008. I watched it in 2008. I haven't seen it since. But for me, the key takeaway was then, and still is today, even more so, was she was locked up and was like mental abuse, cruelty, psychological warfare. And then one day she's just like said, right, I'm ready to die. Take me to peace. And they took her out, and then they took the mask off. He said, you've passed the test. It was along the lines of, you are now free. You said you wanted freedom, and now you are actually free. You're free to go. And she'd learned a valuable lesson that everything in life that is happening is neutral. We give it the meaning. We give it, whether it's shocking, evil, good, bad, left, right, up, down, and everything in between. And she'd finally done it in her work, and she was seeing everything is neutral. And I think that is the path to a large extent. I'm not saying we shouldn't speak out and rise up and all the rest of it, but equally, the path to true freedom is just to start with. And that was my key takeaway anyway.
I love that. The point that she had reached was fearlessness.
Yeah. Yeah, equals freedom. Yes. Yeah. I know he said he wanted to do a meditation. We have 5 wonderful viewers online. So thank you for joining us. Do pop your comments in the comments section, your questions for Dianna moving forward, and we'll get going.
Okay. So we'll begin with calming meditation first and foremost. So let's everybody take a deep. I'm going to be using the wand, which works on 0-point energy. So I'll do clockwise circles on myself, but anyone that's tuning in will also receive the benefits. And what it does is when I do it in the clockwise circles, it is to bring in energy into the body. And when all our cells and tissues has the energy, it can do everything that it needs to produce whatever it needs to repair, rejuvenate, and lengthen all telomeres, which is to assist in anti-aging. Okay, all right. So I've got a friend who's tuning in, but she can't type on the thing. So I'm just asking her to type to me in the WhatsApp. And then, okay, good. So let's begin. This will be strengthening and also clearing. So take a deep breath in. And exhale. And as you breathe in, you're breathing universal energy that will clear your cells and everything that needs to be cleared. And as you exhale, all the non-beneficial energies will leave. And I like the 3 centers of 3 dantians to be aligned. So you might like to straighten up. So the upper, the middle, and the lower. So you make slight adjustments to be aligned. Breathe in again. And exhale. Okay, I'm strengthening the crown chakra in connection with your ascended masters, your guides, whether they be dragons or fairies or angels, or God, high consciousness. Strengthen your physical intelligence. Strengthening the third eye. Strengthening your intuition, your sense of knowing. Delete all the weaknesses of not knowing and all the uncertainties and anxieties of whatever's going on in the world. Strengthen you to know your path and know what is strong for you to do. Strong for the people that you hang out with. Strong in terms of the projects that you choose. Strong in terms of your purpose, in terms of your work. I'm getting that quite a number of people tuning in feel a little bit of torture at work. So if you will and you're willing, let's release all the feelings of torture at work, like not feeling like you're doing your best work, not feeling like you're not tapping your full potential. Just delete all of that. Clear the cobwebs or the non-beneficial energies holding yourself back. And deleting all fear. Strengthen you to know and be and do accordingly. Strengthen alignment of your spiritual, your mental, the emotional, and physical self. Strengthening the pineal gland. Illuminate strengthen its connection and physical intelligence, physical fitness. Okay, and strengthen the throat chakra. Strengthen everyone for speaking up, not speaking up. Strengthen everyone to their truth, discernment, whom to share it with and when. Delete the fear of getting into trouble, sharing with the wrong person, the wrong time. All that has happened in the past, going to delete those experiences and the cumulative effects of that down to zero. Strengthen to renew, repair, delete all the regrets, delete all resentments, delete all the differences, strengthen for more evenness in the people around, strengthening empathy and love and truth, delete all the weaknesses and justice. Karma is one of the laws, so let karma take place naturally at the right time. And for us and our family members, delete karma that is direct, indirect, partial, indirect, and all the effects, like clean the slate. Clean the slate, clean being blamed, clean being victim or perpetrator, delete. Break all cycles, anything vicious, anything that is repeating, break free. Strengthen to bring in the good energy to the throat. To enjoy making sounds, words, to heal as you speak or sing, or as you don't speak, your presence alone. Strengthening heart chakra. Delete all sadness, strengthen for a sense of knowing, strengthen for support of empowered and strong friends to give you more strength and empowerment as and when needed. Strengthen your inner circle and support. Strengthen for self-love and to receive love. Strengthen the balance of receiving and giving. Strengthen to know when to give, when to take, when to give more to self, or when to give in the right balance. Taking care of self and taking care of others to be balanced. Delete any leakages of energy. Strengthen to be renewed as one gives. Strengthen to be renewed as one takes. Strengthen the giver and the receiver. Strengthening sacral chakra, one's creativity, one's expression. Delete all fears. Strengthen security, financial abundance, purposefulness, practicality, getting things done. Strengthen to time, and strengthen root chakra, the base. Personal power, strength. Breathe in and exhale all non-beneficial. Strengthen and clear out all beneficial. And what am I saying? Gobbledygook. Strengthen. Strengthen and delete all non-beneficial energies. Strengthen the exit portals. Clear out what needs to be cleared. strengthening all strengthenings to continue 24/7, strengthen our boundaries, strengthen neutrality to people and what the people say, do, strengthen your decisions, strengthen these decisions to be steady, delete the nervousness in decisions being made, strengthen to the news, delete the onslaught of news, strengthen for choice on what to see, when to see, delete reeling from news. Strengthen to for high vibration and strengthen, finally, physical strengthening, strengthen all the vitamins, minerals, trace minerals, antioxidants, all the elements known and unknown in the right balance, all the neurotransmitters and hormones in the body to be working beautifully. So we're strengthening structural integration, physical fitness, and innate intelligence. I'm going to pause for a while, take 5 deep breaths, and enjoy the bliss. If your eyes are a little closed, the light within, and then you can open your eyes slowly.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Feels so peaceful and rested now and just renewed. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I'm keen to cover a couple of things today. First one is the horrendous, tragic explosions in Beirut and Lebanon days ago. I can imagine if it was in your city, your town, and the devastation. So I'm wondering, what we can do as a collective to help that situation. I've noticed that the whole entire government has resigned following that, due to, so the story goes, their neglect, um, their handling of it or mishandling of it. And also, I'm intrigued to know how you work as well. Like, what is the processes going on in your mind, in your head when you? I know it'll be different at times, but I'm curious. Maybe a bit later on when you're working with somebody, we can maybe talk us through some of the processes that's going on, if you don't mind. I'm just intrigued for myself. I'm sure others are too. So that's two themes I would like to cover today, and anything else that happens to pop up.
Okay, so first thing is just generally speaking, how you feel about the Lebanon issue.
Well, for me, it was just appalled, shocked, disgusted, sad, because they've been in a war like situation for years. So this is just one of many, 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 many tragedies, devastations, explosions, that over the years.
Okay. Okay, cool. So the first thing that affects is devastation, explosion, and being blown up. So we're gonna just strengthen anyone in their past lives, or anyone that we know that has been blown up or been caught in an explosion. It's a horrific way to go. So strengthen and clean it out and strengthen the souls for ascending and everything. There's a point of view where everything happens, it's like meant to be, but strengthen the shock and the aftermath of survivors and of the people who were involved.
Yeah, we have a member in this group called Mona Carloff, excuse me, Mona Carloff. She's been a guest on the show. I've known Mona for years and years. Well, she lives in Lebanon.
And also empathizing, like feeling sad along with the residents and the people trying to help. I mean, oftentimes we can't help it, and then we feel loyal, and then we do it. But the thing is, it's so much strengthened to get back to the neutral state of being able to do something rather than to feel stuck, depressed, sad, and all those low frequency, like negative vibrations, right? So strengthen to clean and clear, and everyone's got the choice of how to help, and like strengthen for choice and strengthen for action. And I love what's kind of weak is like collectively helping. So it just takes that first person to kind of start, whatever it is, right? As first person to ask what is needed, and then to galvanize collective action in the middle of this worldwide pandemic. Yeah, so strengthen us the devastation and let go of all the negative feelings surrounding, and strengthen for calming energy. You know, like how when you've been frantic before, and if somebody joins in, joins in with you, like, oh, and then it kind of like, you don't get out of that vibration. But if someone just is completely neutral and calm or light, they kind of make you see a different perspective if you're ready and open to it, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So strengthen for solutions, whether it's collective or individual, going forth, whether it's donating money or collectively sending love, healing, and all that they need, like strengthen their basic needs to be met, like shelter, water, food, comfort. I'm getting a sense of like, maybe it's something within the team here, or I'm getting a sense of isolation and loneliness. And hopelessness. So like clean and clear all of that sense of feelings, like hopelessness, and a little bit of like immobility or paralysis. So delete that. Strengthen for calm neutrality, and to take the action that we choose to take, or when we're alert to it, we will find the person that is calling for help and what help is given. There is great power with intention and prayer, and with sending them all the love, protection, security, and the funds to go to them and to be channeled for the most important needs. So strengthen prioritization. So strengthen everybody's brains, to especially the people who are there, as they are saving, to do the right thing, to pick and find as many survivors and to give them the right treatment, and like blanket the whole area with love and comfort, and strengthen them to rebuild. And strengthen them to remember that love and health, and they're alive and well, and they are loved. And all the losses and devastation, all the hard work, and all the worries and concerns, just clear all of that.
Thank you. Thank you for the comments as well in the comments box. We can't always see who's making them. It's just by virtue of the program we use, and basically data protection, I do believe. There's a nice love heart on the screen. We'll take the love heart. And once I'm on comment page, not quite sure what that means, but
That's ginseng. Strengthen us to for all the herbs that is beneficial for us. Like we only need the energy, right? Whether it's the right herbal concoction for all of us, because we have different constitutions. So strengthen us to get the right levels at the right places and the right organs, and all the receptors of the cells, right? Strengthen and clean and clear the receptors. Strengthen basically hydration and oxygenation of all cells. Okay. So to answer your next question, like what do my process, right? Like what do I?
I'd love to know. Yes, yeah.
So when I started, I will check on 6 levels, right? Whether it's a physical issue or a non-physical issue. And then non-physical will be mental, emotional, psychic, psychological, spiritual. So there will be 6: physical, mental, emotional, psychological, spiritual, psychic and spiritual. Did I get all 6?
That's great. So when you see you check, do you do muscle testing, or do you just tune in to intuit the answer as to what the issue is?
Yeah. So what happened is that I can feel it. So some people see, hear, or feel, right? So I feel.
Yeah.
So the roots of it was in kinesiology, but has sped up. So, and for me, I think it's just what Dr. Yuan says. It's like insight, which is a combination of your perception, your feeling, and intuition. So we're using our perception. Everyone's perception needs to be sped up so that we can feel things faster. Feeling whether it's strong or weak. And so if something is weak, then we will strengthen it. So we're going to the weakest, and intuition, right?
Yeah.
So what happens as I practice, things will just pop up. And then I will say, is it weak? And then it is. And then I will just continue strengthening. Yeah.
Cool. So can anyone do this?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for sure.
Cool. Where's some good resources to learn the YUEN method?
Good question. Well, I should organize a class. Let's take this offline and discuss it, because I feel I can teach, because I've been teaching for so many years, right? Yeah, so for the private group setting, for those of you who are keen, yeah, definitely. And the cool thing is when the intuition is not quite there, or when you're doubting, oh, how long have I been doing it? Since 2015. Yeah. And
cool.
The more frequently I do it, the better I get.
Yeah, it's like anything, isn't it? Yeah, the more you do something, the better you get, the stronger, it becomes more embodied.
Yeah, that's why I remember like thinking, come on, just like a few sessions should be enough, right? And I remember one of my classmates, so I've got 2 teachers, so I will also connect with one of the teachers, because if I teach, I'm going to teach my own blend. It's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone perceives it in a different way. So my classmate kept on asking for sessions, and I'm like, I feel perfectly fine. I feel perfectly fine. And the thing with sessions is like a gift to yourself. It's really, truly a gift to yourself. Like you're worth it. You're worth the money. You're worth the time. You're worth working on it. And the beauty of it is that if you work on yourself, everyone around you benefits. Every single person, whether alive or not, blood relations and associates still benefit. And then when my classmate was the one who started in sometime in 2017, she was asking for sessions. So in the end, we ended up doing sessions every day, every weekday. And that's when I really got better, because she had some stubborn issues, and it was so frustrating, and it was training me not to take it personally, because she would react the same way even to the founder. So that kind of trained me. It was really funny. So to work on issues when I felt perfectly fine, and then I was like, "Oh, life is getting better and stronger." Like, and I remember also one more thing, like a friend who would say, who tests me, right? People, we get affected by people's words, actions all the time. So that's when we're getting triggers, right? And I think it's so beautiful when after practicing and learning the method, you become more and more neutral and non-reactive.
Yeah.
And then whenever people test you, it's like, great, it's time to clear. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. I'm enjoying listening to your answers as well. I'm wondering if anybody who's watching, have you got any questions or issues for Dianna? Because this is an amazing opportunity to do so, to say the least. So please type in the comments section, and get your challenge or issue looked at live on the call. How cool is that? I know there's a little bit of a delay between what we are saying and what the viewers are hearing. So,
No worry. I can always strengthen for the group anyways.
yeah, one of the biggest pitfalls when you're becoming a practitioner or healer is not to take things personally. As I say, if the people don't seem to get better, or sometimes it can get worse as well before they get better. And it's interestingly, I've been doing this work for years, literally years and years. And I took on a one-on-one client recently, and I got triggered when she didn't get any better, which I was amazed. I'm thinking, really, this again? And self-doubt kicked in and all kinds of stuff. So, but yeah, but normally I'm quite neutral and balanced. But I got triggered again lately. It was weird. Interesting about the work side of things. The energy all over has seemed quite uncomfortable.
Got it. So this is by news. Yeah, there's two things in the group that's tuning in that needs to be worked on would be work and relationships. So we'll work on work first. So the discomfort that you're feeling towards work, news, I'm gonna strengthen you to that and delete all of that. Strengthen everyone who's trying to do new things or carve out new paths, because it's not like a well-trodden path. It feels a little bit uneasy. So just clear that out. And also, I do feel like the other associates bring you down rather than lift you up. So delete them having that kind of effect on you. So strengthen to be lifted up by no matter what they say or do. Strengthen you to your own work. Strengthen you to your own work, and any work delays, like being dependent on other people, or like the tag team kind of thing. So strengthen you to the tag team. Sometimes discomfort is because of growth. So strengthen you to growth and going through and choice, and also seeing whether it's worth it. So the beauty of life is that we always have choice, right? So strengthen to making that choice and being strong with that choice, And if things change, and they do change in hours or days, strengthen to not not take it personally, strengthen to shift and adapt and take whatever corrective action, and to, it's like oftentimes when we've achieved something significant, along the way there's some levels of discomfort, of growth, of doubt, blah blah blah. It's like it's a little journey, like little hurdles to overcome, and strengthen to the hurdles, and strengthen to ensure that we keep our eye on the end goal and the prize, and to keep going. Maybe we wouldn't be thinking of the obstacles. Like, I think oftentimes human beings, the clever ones especially, think of the obstacles before you even come to them. So one of the simple practices was like to keep your eye on the goal and not on the obstacle. It's like when you think of obstacles, like they can sprout up like mushrooms. I mean, it's good to think of the positive and also the negatives, and just to know, like on a big picture level, these are possible negatives, but not to be consumed by them. Like delete being consumed by them, delete spending too much time there. Just strengthen for the big picture, and strengthen to your milestones and to your goals. Work feels lighter. So Nuz, can you let me know?
Such for you, Nuz. I'm pleased to see you on this live stream, and it's always good to connect with you. I hope this is going to be of some help to you.
Yeah, then delete the niggling feeling in the rib cage. Strengthen that. So there's another message of like the energy's been intense. Can you see the other message? It's been. I wonder if the whole thing will come up to our face.
Oh yes, sorry. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, cool. Okay, got it. So the main thing will be triggers. Clear it. The main thing will be triggers. And it's mainly, do you mind like removing the message already? Thank you. Okay, got the message from Nuz. Okay, and also got from Sajida. So working on ginseng's triggers. A lot of it's within. So, and I'm getting a lot from the chest. So strengthen to release all of this if you're ready and willing and open and committed to releasing all of that in the chest. Delete all the triggers. So everyone here, I'm going to strengthen, whether alive or not, strengthen to mom. And whenever mom was judgmental or critical or negative or putting down, we're going to strengthen everyone to their moms. Strengthen to convert all of that was they just loved the best way they could or knew how. Yeah, so it's ingrained. So strengthen and convert it all to love. So all that was done or said, done or not done, said or not said, strengthen and convert it to love. And for dad, the next thing that comes up with dad would be neglect, not being looked at, being too busy, not being there, or not giving words of wisdom. So all of that, we'll just lump it together and strengthen to dad to you. And same thing with dad. all that dad did or didn't do, said or didn't say was the best way he knew. It's like sometimes we know what is meant, like what we're meant to say or do, but we can't bring ourselves to say it. I need to sneeze. I need to sneeze. I couldn't sneeze. I have to clear it. Okay, it's done. So strengthen to dad. Okay, there is some more to be cleared with regards to dad. It feels like on a collective level, dad went through a lot of hardship, and was, I think a lot of dads, not all, but the dads that were quiet and struggled solo. Every time they didn't reach out because they perceived themselves as weak. So delete the perception. Delete the errors in the perception, like strengthen. So this time around, rather than to convert what they did to love, it's more like strengthen them to receive love from us and strengthen them to be filled with love completely, and for us to know and to be grateful for just life itself. And that was the biggest gift. And through our struggles and obstacles, each time, though they may be really tough on you, you know that you're just meant to go through it, jump across it, bulldoze through it, evolve through it, to be the person, and all of it has to make you who you are, and all to come is to make you who you will be. Delete any residual resentment, grudges, hatred, ill feelings, incorrect perceptions towards that. And strengthen everyone who is a mom or who is a dad. And delete all negative and bad feelings. Strengthen to be okay and neutral. You've given life, and that's great. And that's beauty, the creative life force. What hurts, what I get now, what hurts is wanting to give, wanting to reach out, but not being able to, like any blocks, right? Everyone's got their choice. So strengthening to be okay with people's choices, actions, and decisions towards you. Like even though you want to go forth, but a barrier has been built. Strengthen to know there is no barrier. There is energetic connection all the time, instantaneously, just sending love and light. And as the love that you want to send out, remember to bring it back to yourself. Okay, I've got the imposter syndrome. Nus was saying imposter syndrome. Everyone in the group is feeling it. Okay. So strengthen to imposter syndrome. Delete all the negative feelings residing in the gut. So strengthen for working, contributing, growing, being your best. Strengthen to your vision. It's okay. Delete all the difficulties with regards to setting a vision for yourself. Maybe the vision is just for tomorrow, next week, next month, 3 months, 6 months, year or two. So strengthen to the 1 year, 2, 3, all the numbers, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Strengthen to the vision. Strengthen to details or no details. Strengthen it to being general vision, or not a general vision. So strengthen for more neutral. So what's beautiful is that we have free choice of how we want to rebuild or how we want to live. So strengthen for the little steps, which can be big steps, like quantum leaps and bounds. Strengthen to the shifts and building the habits that make you strong and happy. Delete the weaknesses in the word discipline, which is just rewarding self ultimately. Delete the negative association with discipline. Strengthen to go forth fearlessly. And even if you feel the fear, just go forth with the courage. Like strengthen the balance of more courage and imperviousness to people's words and actions. So like delete reacting to negativity. Whether it's your boss, associate, or externally. It's like strengthen your protection. Like the life that you want can be completely created. And strengthen for neutrality, immunity to like negativity. So delete negativity from self to others, others to self, and people talking about each other. Just delete that. Okay, that's good. So Sajita was saying something. Sajita was saying she's the first time listening. Okay, that question is more for a fortune teller, but I can strengthen you to be more neutral. So the goal of this energy healing work, we call it energy corrections and strengthenings. So the goal of it is to be neutral. What happens with that question? The uncertainty bugs you. And delete the weaknesses of being reunited. And I'm going to strengthen you to Australia and being out of Australia, your family. Okay, so I'm going to just strengthen your connection with your family. And strengthen the connection, whether it's virtual, like strengthen it to feel real and beautiful and as good as a physical reunion. So strengthen for this easy, beautiful connection to be real and in your dreams, in your visualization as a connecting online as well. Delete all the weaknesses with reuniting. In real life, there'll be disagreements. Delete all the real life disagreements, rubbing each other the wrong way, not seeing eye to eye. Strengthen everything to like, and strengthen you to know everything's meant to be. What I get, it triggers loss. Like you lost something. And there's a fear of loss. So delete all that loss and fear of loss happening to you. Then it's like a unsteady feeling. So delete all of the unsteadiness, like strengthen for neutrality, groundedness. Holy cow. So I'm like, what is the concern here? Is the concern about traveling? So like what I'm getting is traveling, like this thing of all of us. Do we get to travel again by plane? What used to be so, how could we take it for granted? Like it was like so easy. It was just a matter of like getting the leave and saving for the ticket. And I'm jealous of all the Europeans who can travel within Europe. Okay. Okay. There is some sort of desperation, so clean and clear all the desperation and all the questions of what's going to happen. So delete the effects of the questions from bothering. So strengthen more to the goals that you have the time, the capacity, and the energy to get done. Like strengthen discipline, speed. Okay, so what I get for the group is that doing work for others is strong, but doing work for yourself, boy, all of a sudden it's like delete the weaknesses of doing work for self, like strengthen to find ways and means to work for self that is so make it more even, like working for others or working for self, working on projects that are beautiful and meaningful and contributing. And what I get as well is like we're being triggered of the lifetimes of imprisonment. Yeah. So all the people here, like in their past lives or who had relations who were imprisoned, especially when innocent. Yeah. So we're gonna delete all those lifetimes of being imprisoned, whether it's our ancestors, our relations, or our descendants, different time spaces and dimensions. Delete all the effects of imprisonment on self. Are you ready to yeah, I need to ask a question. Are you willing and ready to release all those lifetimes and the cumulative effects of it?
So just pop your answer in the comment section, Sajida, please.
And then you can answer for them. Yes? Strengthen for feelings free. Strengthen for freedom.
She's saying yes. Exclamation marks. Good.
Okay. And it's done.
That was for you, Sajida. So that was your first time listening to and gotten some service, some help from an energy healer. Good for you. She's quite something, is Dianna. Yes.
So beautiful.
Is that your Welsh boss?
Yes, it is. Ta-da-da.
Yeah.
Sajida, let us know how you feel about the reunion.
Yes. Has anything shifted for you? Do you feel different about it in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, delete all the residual worries and concerns, anxieties of how is it going to happen, strengthen for reunion. And to honor virtual connections. It's like so peaceful. When you're in your own space, you don't have to vibe or like when you're feeling clean and clear and then you go for those family reunions and then you pick up different energies in the room. So over here it's like you can control the time, you can control your own space. Yeah, so it'll be fun when we Zoom outdoors and then we get to see each other's outdoors. We have to travel like vicariously or in our imaginations for now. Okay.
So that was for you, Sajida. I know Sajida, by the way.
Do you have anything?
There you go. She says, haha, yes, it's so true what you say. Thanks for that feedback.
Okay, the final strengthening I feel is for digestion. Okay, so everybody's digestion. Okay, I think a lot of the health issues, a lot of it comes down to digesting. So strengthen everybody to the food choices, decisions, delete all the blah, blah, blah around food. There's like, delete the misinformation, like strengthen you to really listen to your body of when to eat, how to eat, what to eat, like, and really listen to your body. Like if you don't feel like eating and then your mind questions like, why not? And then you eat anyway because you strengthen you to your own feeling. You don't feel like eating, then listen to your body. Time and time again, a lot of my clients say they feel a certain way, then they just go against it, and then they feel after that. So strengthen to feeling what is it that your body needs. Does it, like for me, I'm craving more vegetables than fruits. So then I would just listen to that. And like meat, I'm primarily plant-based, but I do feel like eating some meat once in a while. And I remember sometimes when I put it in my mouth, I'm like, hey, I really don't feel like eating, so don't eat. Give it to the cat. Give it to the cat, a dog, or whoever. So strengthen for shifting and moving towards healthier, what we know as healthier choices, right? And delete the misinformation and strengthen you to feel in your body, to be able to look at a certain menu or recipe or the diet and to feel in your body what is meant for you, because it shifts over time. Sometimes we want more warm soups. Sometimes we want what we want to eat, right? But and delete the guilt. Like if we have food that is sensationally delicious, strengthen it as we transmute it, like strengthen it to give us all that the body needs. So digestive issues collectively as a group, I'm going to make sure everybody's digestion is strong, that we're able to digest any issue, any news, eliminate real quickly, like to take without getting affected, right? We're talking about metaphorically and physically every combination of digestion. A lot of times when we're unable to digest a real life issue, it affects our digestion. So delete all the emotional and mental clutter around our digestion, strengthen our stomachs to be really strong and to be able to digest what we have chosen to ingest, and strengthen for assimilation of the right nutrients, micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, trace minerals. So strengthen the balance of what is meant for us for repair, longevity, energy, vibrancy, and to be adaptable to shift accordingly. And also, like, we need to be really in tune. Sometimes we really need to detox to reset, right? So then we know our taste buds are sensitive, our body is sensitive. So do what you need to do. But I like knowing. For me, I didn't know back then. Like I remember, my body doesn't gel well with certain foods, but people would say, "Oh, but it's really nice." And then it's like socially, okay, you know what it is? It was wine and cheese. My body, I couldn't take it. I don't like it. And there was a social, advertisements, movies, people like to hold it, and like they have a vibe around it. And I just couldn't gel with it. Many years later, I took a hair analysis test, and it showed me that I was allergic. But my body already knows. Your body knows. So strengthen you to do what is strong for you, and to quickly forgive yourself if you've done something and you feel like after. Strengthen the ability to forgive self really quickly, instantly, and to make the right choice in the next hour or next day. Okay, and also last one would be strengthening everyone's wake and sleep cycle. Sleeping, I'm kind of traditional this way. According to traditional Chinese medicine, I feel like this is the best to sleep around before 11, so that body can rejuvenate from like 11 to 1, and the different organs are rejuvenating. Yeah. Strengthen the sleep wake cycle and the circadian rhythm of the body. And also, I get a little bit of lethargy to do exercise, and people resting, thinking they will get more energy to exercise. Strengthen to everyone to have more fun with their choices of movement, and for it to be energizing, and then you would get more energy from that, and delete it being a chore for everybody. Delete it being a chore, drudgery. Strengthen it to be fun, full of freedom and fitness. Okay. Over to you.
One second. Yeah, super cool, and it's lovely to see new people coming on. I know Sajida just literally joined this group 10 minutes before we went live, and then got experience, your work, and actually had some experience of your gifts as well, and some shifts as well along the way, hopefully. And just want to thank everyone who's been on the call as well. I know Kelly Donaldson has been on as well. We can't always see the names on the screen. On the screen, Ginseng has been on. So here.
Yes.
And who else?
And Ivy.
Ivy.
Shout out to Ivy Williams, Ginseng, Nose, and Sajida.
Cool. So that's Dianna Lynn, everyone. Isn't she brilliant? And we are blessed to have her on in the group, and obviously as an ongoing resident guest. If you want to reach out to Dianna Lynn for a one-on-one session, which I can't recommend highly enough, to be honest. It and it's amazing how much you can blast through in an hour session to really get underneath whatever it is that's worrying you or ailing you, whether it's health or emotional or relationship or career.
And the things that pop up during the strengthening that the individual doesn't know that is weakening them. It's so funny. And I remember when I had a session with you and I was like, revolving doors? What's this? And then you say, yeah.
It was driving me insane. There was revolving doors. And since then, it hasn't bothered me anymore. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So that was a major source of frustration in my life.
And he didn't bring it up. I was just like tuning into his workplace. And I'm like, what's this? So I think it's really fun. Like little things in our day that, we need strengthening to, and more we just need strengthening. And oftentimes it's not us, maybe it's from our ancestors or descendants, our past lives, people around us. We're clearing for everything because we're all connected.
Yeah.
So, and we deserve this gift.
Yeah. So obviously Dianna is in this group. Send you a personal message on Facebook if you want to reach out. And I'm sure that you'll not be disappointed.
Thanks, Danny.
So till next time, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening or your day, depending on where you are in the world. Much love to you all. Bye.
Love and strength. Bye.